It's just started. Alright, so we're playing Nemesis, playing a little Dead by Daylight today. He's the big bad guy with tentacles and zombies from Resident Evil games. And we're just, we got like slightly faster zombies, slightly faster rate. So if they haven't changed it, basically, you hit people with your tentacle and then you can hit them later and they'll take damage from it rather than just get mutated, and then later you can break through pallets and stuff, which goes quicker, and then it's a better thing. And then okay, so we can also pop zombies to increase the mutation rate, which has probably always been that way, but you know, you don't get very many points for it. So soon enough, these people will be forced to click on, and we will go ahead and get to it. Nemesis used to be one of my favorite characters pretty early on. You know, he's got a little bit of a ranged attack. It's helpful for chase. And there's some frosty event going on. I don't actually know what the mechanics are. I didn't read. But, you know, it's there. Our abilities are basically all like aura abilities. They're just based on letting us find out where they're at so that we can get into chases. Because that is, you know, that's the fun of the game. You could think that it's winning, but I think playing it is where the fun's at. If you get too into the winning as playing killer in Dead by Daylight, then I just feel like you're setting yourself up to not have that good of a time overall. Of course, we gotta wait for everybody else to load in. We can't all be... Alright, here we go. Can't all be like me, I say, as we immediately load in. Alright, let's get to it. Lethal Pursuer shows us that they got 3 over that way and this one right here, so we're just gonna... Alright, so we've got snowballs. That's good news. Missed. I'm so out of practice. Because the thing about Nemesis is if your timings are off like that, then, you know, you just ruin the whole thing. But they'll have a good time, right? That's the thing about being bad at Dead by Daylight. At least somebody else is having an enjoyable time. Too slow. Of course, getting your first down this far into the game is hardly like, oh ho ho, too slow moment. But you know, they were though. And we throw them up here and they scream as always. There's no way to make them stop screaming that much. And alright, barbecue shows us that they're going right there. So they're going to be going to the central building or to that one over there, but we're going to cut them off here in the middle. Yep. They show both of these birds. This is almost finished, so they're going to be greedy for it. Nope. So, having not leveled up my my tentacle to level 2 at this point in the match is very bad indeed. How did that happen? Oh, they must have had an ability to fall and get more damage. That's smart of them. And they knew I was going to do that because they can tell I'm bad. I have no idea what's going on there. But you know, we've done it, whatever it is. I still don't know what that is. Okay, cool. I guess we could turn into a snowman sometimes. We are losing this match real hard. Poor performance indeed. See, like, we're losing so bad that they are definitely going to be, like, bored by it, which makes me feel bad as a player. Looks like the zombie is chasing somebody off of this generator, so that's good. And this late in the match, we're going to go pop the other zombie to get to level 2, which we should have done absolutely ages ago. Very, very poor performance. It's alright. We're just gonna get more snowballs, you know. This way they'll think that we're trying our best. Ha! Well, you know. At least the zombie delivered. And this one would have been very close indeed to being finished, or they probably wouldn't have stayed. A little bit of a fog machine, but we can see that they are right here. Timing on that was very excellent indeed. Are they here? No. They are there. Bad. You know, they could have run into a zombie. That would have been the one saving grace. We didn't get it. Terrible. Oh my goodness, they were in my way. Wrong gate. Anyway, riveting stuff. I don't even think I saw that Dwight the whole game. Poor performance indeed. I'll tell them good game, even though they just, like, you know, just got to win because I'm so bad. But, you know, good for them anyway. Alright, let's try somebody else. Got time for one more. Who to play, who to play. Yeah, seems fine. Hello, Cannibal. You know, Bitter Murmur is not good, actually. I just take spies again. Oh yeah, it's doing that thing where it tells you you've done a lot of quests to keep you engaged. Please get away from my screen. But I'm hopeful enough that we won't have to spend too long in the queue. There we go. Now we can lose again. No. No, you don't lose just because you're bad. It's so funny that Geralt of Rivia is in this game. But, so how Cannibal works... He's Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They call him Cannibal in the game. You got a chainsaw, you know, you rev it up, you hit people. We've just got slightly increased. And you, like, you can spend tokens to move faster. So, like, Hillbilly is the other chainsaw user. He's, like, a charging chainsaw. And Cannibal is, like, you just move forward. And, you know, it will down people in one hit in the event that you get them. All right. Gas Heaven at the Autohaven Wreckers, a nice classic map for a new fight. We turn this way. Where are they at? I got lethal on, but I can't see any of them. Oh, they're all right here. Ah, well that's not how to do it right. I messed up. Anyway, they know who I am now. I didn't even see them there. There, the blind is really just, like, for decoration, right? That's just them bragging. Because we were always going to get hit by the thing. Like, right there. We're kicking the pallet, so they don't actually save any time by getting the blind on us. But, you know, it makes them feel better. Which is good, you know. I don't want them to just be better at the game than me. I want them to be happy about it. They don't know that I have Bamboozle, so we're going to wait to use that for an opportune moment when they're going to be trying to go, you know, through this. And she just runs right into me, you know, good for them. And I saw the Feng Min around here. There she is. We're just gonna go over this way and let her get them off of the hook. We're not trying to guard them off of it, right? And that was not the one I was looking for. She's over here, isn't she? I hear her coughing. There she is. Boom, baby. Alright, so all three of them are over there healing. Good old barbecue letting us know the score. Of course, they wanted to heal up first, reasoning that they have enough time for some stuff, but they don't, though. Flashbang, very smart. That's that Cheryl we already hooked, so we're gonna go over here, hoping that we'll find the injured person. And finding Michaela instead. Perfect. We're on the other side of the pallet, which I knew we would be. Of course, somebody is right here, which we know we need to... So right now we've shut down that loop, but I just don't know where they are, so... Oh, there they are. Because if they try to go to that loop, they may not even know that it's shut until we get there. This is the first reveal of Bamboozle, but they wisely don't elect to try to get me there. And the Yunjin just absolutely smokes us. Look at her there running into the distance. She's so much smarter than I am. And that was super greedy of her, and she deserves to get hit for it. Basically, she had such a good time with the previous flashbang that she was like, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You know, I'm gonna... Sometimes you just lean forward a little bit in your chair. It's very useful, right? Just a little bit of a forward lean. They don't teach you this, like in the tutorial, but leaning forward in your chair, that's how you get the final grab. Alright. And now we've got a hook on all of them. Looks like that's Michaela's hat there, I see, in profile. You know, they don't know that I know that they know that they're here, so we're just gonna zoom here. That's that barbecue magic. That is that barbecue magic, and she's too slow off the gate here. She's going to try to spin. That's another one of those reasons why having a keyboard and mouse, you know, you got to have that sensitivity for the flick. It's a well-known issue with controller users. I've never really played with a controller. I always use the old key bam. She just throws... Alright, we're going to leave them to get them off of the hook and go this way. I was like, I thought she was throwing something down, but... I did the lean, it didn't work. Okay, I don't know how he works. I thought I did. Maybe they've changed him since I last played, you know, years ago. Anyway, I have turned him into an M1 killer. We still did okay in the game, but man, am I ever using the power badly. Okay, so that didn't do it either, right? I am playing so bad. I remember, like, using the chainsaw and feeling like a genius while I did it, and, like, I haven't used it a single time all match. That'll happen a lot, though, like, because I play so bad pretty often that it'll match me, you know, with people that are inexperienced. And then because they're expecting me to do something with my killer besides just chase them, you know, it ends up working. Like right there, they were probably like, they'll have to use the chainsaw, right? No. Oh, come on! Really? And that blind is really greedy because it didn't do anything for him. So we've got all of our chase bonus and speed right now, right? This is as fast as we'll ever be. There we go. Got her. And they left her to die. A good little match, you know. At least we had something. I never used the chainsaw correctly one time. But, you know, we did okay in the chasing. And I'm sure they admired my spirit, you know, because that's an important thing. You don't want to be, like, a jerk when you're playing Dead by Daylight. At least that's, like, my perspective on it. Like, I feel like if you can give other people a good time, you'll give yourself a good time, too. The more competitive you are with the game, the less enjoyable it is. You'll hear me, like, kick myself for doing bad or losing or whatever. But I don't really see the game as, like, me competing against them. It's more like, you know, where the killer and the survivors are telling a story together, and the survivors part of the story is boring to play as, and that's why I exclusively play killer. But anyway, I'm gonna get on with my day. I had a good time playing a couple matches. You know, they didn't go great, but hey, what are you gonna do? I still had a good time, and I hope you did too. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and maybe I'll see you in a later stream or video. See you guys. Happy Bone Chill.